I've now seen all of Wonder Man Season 1, and this show was wonderful. Man, does this show do wonders to the Marvel television brand as a whole. This is what Marvel should have been doing from the start with their shows. They should have been making great shows over just bombastic, crazy stuff just to branch out new characters. This was such a breath of fresh air with it just being an Office-esque show, not focusing on the Marvelisms, no MCU humor, no big CGI fights. It's just a whole character study on Simon Williams, who's struggling with powers when he's just trying to be an actor. I really enjoyed how self-contained it was and all the Hollywood meta jokes with Severance even being canon into the MCU. It even has a fun episode with Josh Gad in here that I really enjoyed. It has one of the greatest character pairings on screen with Simon Williams and Trevor the Mandarin, and they just have the greatest chemistry I've ever seen. It's just so hilarious with it kind of being like a mentor-mentee kind of thing, with them just trying to get the role of Wonder Man. But Ben Kingsley as Trevor is just one of the greatest characters out of the whole MCU, aside from Simon Williams, because this guy is just like your kooky grandpa that just says whatever comes to his mind, and he was honestly the GOAT. I will always just be a sucker for these television shows or movies that just reference Hollywood as a whole and movie making, because that's just what I really love. It's just movies, and any movie that's just trying to be a love letter to movies. I'll never get sick of it. I love anything like that, so just keep bringing it our way. It's a great thing that they released all 8 episodes at once, because this would have been like a She-Hulk situation with it releasing weekly. Then it would have gotten trashed on and saying, I can't believe we had to wait a whole week for this filler, because I will admit, episode 5, it is a really fun episode, but if this were to release week to week, this would have been a filler episode. And She-Hulk's actually a pretty good show. I'm a She-Hulk defender. And these shows are kind of similar because they're not your average MCU show where you can release it week to week like Loki or WandaVision. So I'm glad they released this all 8 episodes at once because it was just a great binge watching show. The only downside to this show is the pacing was a little off in some places where we have like a filler episode or we stop to try and explain something. And sometimes the pacing isn't bad, but it's not the best. But man, Destin Daniel Cretton cooked with this show. First, he already got Shang-Chi, now Wonder Man, and just give me Spider-Man already, because that's already a certified banger. Wonder Man definitely has to be a top 5, maybe even top 3 MCU show for me, but don't keep me wondering, what were your thoughts on Wonder Man?